Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Jazz Talk, my favorite part of the show, where I interview local jazz musicians. This week we have David. David, how are you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
I'm doing very good. Well, tell the audience a little bit about yourself and what you do around the area and stuff like that.
Currently, I am a senior music education major here at West Texas A&M, and I'm currently student teaching at Horseman Middle School. Shout out to my mentor teacher, Catherine Pena. She's a saint. And I do quite a bit of jazz around the area now. That's pretty much primarily all the music that I do get to play now that I'm not able to be on campus for any ensembles. I did Jazz 1 for the past 3 years, and I'm a bass player. That's kind of my main thing right now. I'm playing bass. Bass.
Well, now that you talk about bass, how long have you been playing the bass for?
Well, that one gets a little iffy in terms of exact time, because I started playing violin in 5th grade, and I did violin as pretty much my primary instrument up until I got to WT. So I did violin, and then in 8th grade, my orchestra director at the time, she usually would let like kind of the higher top kids do both ensembles, the advanced and intermediate group. So I played violin in the top one, and I got to learn bass for that year in 8th grade. And then I went my freshman year, just violin. But it was called Taste of the Arts. In my sophomore year.
Yeah.
Mr. McDonald, Kyle McDonald, he started the jazz band during like a class period, and they had their first performance at that Taste of the Arts. And I saw that, and I was like, man, I definitely could do that. Like, I want to do bass for that.
I see.
So I kind of went up to him, because that was right before Christmas break.
Yeah.
And I asked him, I was like, hey, could I join jazz band next school year? And he was very adamant, like, hey, can you join maybe next semester?
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, sure. So I dropped child development. I enjoyed the class, but I dropped child development because at the same time. And he let me play bass guitar in there, just kind of using what I knew from that year in 8th grade playing bass.
Yeah.
And that was super awesome. And I actually made all region. I made top in the region.
Oh, okay.
After about a month or two in class, because I'm like, you know what? I'll try it. I'm new to this. I'll go for it. And from then on, I played bass again. I was only doing electric bass at the time. So I did electric bass, and then Mr. McDonald let me do electric bass in the marching band show the following year. And then when it came down to concert season, that's when I started playing upright again. During like concert music, and other than that, I would do like auxiliary percussion. Nothing crazy, because I was playing bass for most of the year. And that continued into senior year, doing jazz. And then I had a free period actually, and it was the last period of the day, and I was also the same time as one of the other orchestra classes, because I kept doing violin through all this. Yeah. Then that free period is when I started playing bass again, like in an ensemble consistently. So my senior year, I was doing orchestra, 2 orchestra periods, jazz band and marching band, and then concert band later. So that was kind of my bass journey. And then when I got to Amarillo College, that's when I wanted to do a bass guitar as my major instrument.
I see, yeah.
But that's not necessarily a thing. So I just did violin in my ensembles, and then I took bass lessons as my primary instrument. I see. So I've just been doing bass as my primary instrument and lessons and everything for the past 5 years now. 5 years, and that's when it kind of started taking off, that I wanted to do more bass for everything. And the violin, love it, kind of phased it out more so. I see, yeah. So, well, the audience will not know this, but me and David actually went to the same high school. Oh, yes. So we kind of had like the same, I guess, inspiration of joining a jazz band. Shout out Mr. McDonald. But for you personally, obviously you found out about jazz band by listening to the Cap Rock jazz band play. But what made you so attracted to the genre of jazz? I mean, at the start, it's kind of because it wasn't the usual music that I was hearing around in like ensembles, like orchestra, choir, and band. It was something new, and it turned out to be something that I was pretty decent at, pretty good, and it was fun. Most of all, I think it's just fun. Like, it's super awesome getting to interact and just learn new styles, and it's so broad, and the stuff that you can be introduced to. Yeah. Like from jazz, I mean, that went off. Like, I started listening to more gospel, soul, R&B, like Motown stuff, and just funk. I love funk. But it's just the amount of stuff that is inspired by jazz, and just playing the music itself is just, fun in simple terms. It's just super awesome. It's fun. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
does the way you think change a lot when you're playing in a jazz setting compared to when you're playing in an orchestra setting?
In some ways it's pretty much the same. Either way, I think of how can I play my role per se, and how do I serve the music.
I see. Yeah.
Like foundationally, I mean, it's the bass. It's kind of the rock of the sound. I mean, chord wise, tone wise, it's just like the rock, the foundation.
Yeah.
But in terms of like physicality, playing the instrument, getting better at classical, using like in my lessons and stuff, becoming a better musician in the classical repertoire enhanced my jazz playing like a ton. I'm still thinking about the same, because bass, it's a lot of physicality moving around the instrument.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of crossover of like, I'm improving there and I'm improving over here.
I see.
But in terms of, like, I'm obviously not making walking bass lines in the middle of like a symphonic piece or anything.
Yeah.
There's lots. It's almost like you're composing counterpoint as a bass player while you're walking and like doing all this combo stuff. Like if I'm reading in a big band setting and there's a written out bass line, that's obviously different than if it's like just the chord changes. There's a bunch of hashes, or in a combo setting. It's definitely, but overall, it's how do I serve the music? Can I serve it the best?
I see. Sweet. Yeah. What are some of your favorite jazz artists, and why are they your favorites?
Well, I think as a bass player, you got to go to your, the masters of your instrument. I love Ray Brown. He's kind of my biggest, like, he's the bass player I want to emulate. I love his lines. There's Ray Brown. I mean, there's Paul Chambers. Even further back, there's Oscar Pettiford and Jimmy Blanton.
Yep.
But like the craziest one, I think, bass-wise, is probably Niels Henning Orsted Pedersen. He is just, Scales said he's kind of if it wasn't for Jocko, he would have been the Jocko, but on upright. Like, he's insane. Right now, I'm kind of really digging a lot of piano player stuff. Like Sean Vokes, he kind of introduced me to Kenny Barron. So I'm really digging piano players. Kenny Barron, Tommy Flanagan, more Bill Evans stuff because of Sean. Like, he's kind of like, he's kind of the guy.
Yeah.
And he's more of a lightweight jazz guy, but I do like Vince Guaraldi. Like, he's not.
Yes.
I know he's not considered like a crazy guy, and I think everybody that knows me knows I love like Snoopy and Peanuts. So I've always had like that kind of jazz in the back of my mind.
I see. Yeah.
Throughout growing up, but like now that's kind of, oh my gosh, this is some good stuff.
This is really good stuff. That's why we have it on the playlist here.
Oh yeah. See, right now I'm kind of digging the pianos right now.
Yeah, I see. Sick. Yeah. Well, we talked about music a little bit, but what are some of your favorite subgenres of jazz, and why are they your favorites?
Oh, definitely fusion, funk, and like J jazz. Like we were talking about Cassiopeia earlier.
Yeah.
I've probably spent like $800 on their vinyls. Like, I love Cassiopeia. And just funk in general. And that's mainly because, like Mr. Mac back in high school, like he was more of a big band fusion funk guy.
Yeah, he definitely was.
He didn't, not that he strayed away from combo stuff. It's like, here's what I really like.
Yeah.
So that kind of all started there. And then playing bass guitar, then it's like, whew. So that kind of pushed that. And then just thinking about like all the Motown stuff, all those kind of guys that are based off of that. Like, of course, there's like James Jamerson and stuff back then in Motown, and just stuff that kind of spawned from that. Going from there, like the Marvin Gaye stuff. I really love Donny Hathaway. Just all, and George Benson. He's probably like my top guitar player. I love. So anything that kind of stemmed from like fusion era, just kind of rock and roll, Motown blues, all that stuff.
I see. What is some of your favorite jazz albums, and why are they your favorites? I know we talked about a little bit about how much you spent on the Cassiopeia albums.
Oh yeah.
But which ones specific are your favorites?
Specifically, I think, okay. So I know we talked about Vince Guaraldi. That's technically a soundtrack, but like A Boy Named Charlie Brown, that's such a banging album.
Yeah.
Looking at it like that's a jazz album. That one's nice. Kenny Barron's Book of Intuition. That one, like I got to see Kenny Barron live, and he played a lot of tunes off that one, like Magic Dance. That one blows me away. Ray Brown.
Yeah.
Solar Energy. Ray Brown Trio. It's got like Gene Harris and is it Phil Edwards on drums? Gene Harris plays piano, but that one's just kind of, that was one of the first albums that really spoke to me of like, that's swinging. Like, that is some walking bass.
I see. Yeah,
swinging.
I see.
And the fusion area and stuff. Most people have heard it, like Flying Beagle.
Yeah.
I love Flying Beagle.
Yeah.
And then Cassiopeia, I like Like their third album is probably my favorite, Makeup City.
Yeah. Sweet, yeah. Those are really good. What are some role models you have in the world of jazz?
Oh yeah, just kind of the same artists talked about earlier. Like Ray Brown's probably the top dog right now.
Yeah.
Like, whew. Oscar Pettiford's, I'm kind of getting more into his stuff, but man, he's got some really nice solos. They had I think it's a compilation album that came about 10 years ago called Volume 2. For all my bass players out there, that is some stuff to pull from. Some nice solos, nice walking lines.
I see, yeah. I know we talked about it a little bit, but who is someone you try to replicate your style and your sound off of?
All right, I'll keep circling back to Ray Brown, but he's got such a full sound, and them lines when he's walking, he is like, that is swinging. He is walking. More of the modern stuff, like Christian McBride, he's got some crazy stuff, and just locally what I'm hearing around here, like there's Dr. Scales, of course.
Yeah.
And I just try to just fit in with like some of those older guys that are here. All my mentors, like they're just like, what is stuff that I listen to that I can emulate to help me fit in when I'm playing with everybody else.
I see. I know you do gig quite some time. I always see you on the Amarillo jazz scene, always gigging. So I actually had a question. Can you tell me about the story about your first ever gig, and what exactly were you feeling when you had this first gig?
Okay. My first gig was not a jazz gig. I had a band in high school with two guys that I met at actually that first Origin jazz band, Ethan Spears and TJ Heyer. We had a band called Sugar Drive, and it was like trio. We played stuff like Rush and Jimi Hendrix and stuff. But that first gig we ever had was at a biker bar on 6th Street called Scooters, and it was kind of like, we're like 15, 16, 17 at the time. And it was very interesting. It was kind of scary. There was a bunch of banditos there, and it was just like, we're a bunch of young guys like just coming in and playing, and it was a little scary. But my first like jazz gig was when I was at Amarillo College, and Dr. Laughlin and Austin Brazil, shout out, took Ethan and I to play at the Drunken Oyster. Was it that one or a Christmas gig? I think it was the Oyster.
Okay.
And it was kind of an eye-opening of like, oh, this is what it's like to kind of play a combo gig. And it was like, I never heard most of these tunes before. I didn't really listen to jazz as much as I do now.
I see.
And it was kind of a little bit of a wake-up call. It was a little scary. I felt like I was just barely hanging on the whole time.
That's awesome, though. What is the coolest gig you have been a part of?
The coolest. I think the first time I got to play June Jazz.
Okay, yeah.
Because like in high school, like when we started doing jazz band stuff, I started seeing like, oh my gosh, there's a lot of jazz in town.
Yeah.
But June Jazz is obviously the biggest thing here in the summers during June. Obviously June.
Yeah.
And like I'd been going to that for a few years, and I go to Amarillo College, and then they do like an alumni thing, and we got to play with Austin. But seeing that crowd, that was kind of like just holy moly. That was super awesome.
What year was that when you first played?
I think it was 21, the summer of 21.
I see.
I think I've played every year since then in some form or fashion. Something. Yeah.
That's awesome though. Yeah. Why do you think networking is such an important part about gigging?
You got to know who's gonna like hire you for a gig. Like you got to know people that know people, and it also comes down to also like being how do I say this? I don't want to say competent, but like stable enough in your role in like a combo setting, and have people that hear you play, like that you can handle this stuff, that know people. Like with like my group, I sent out like a million emails to people like, hey, this is our group. Yeah. There's also just having like a social media presence or something to present or show like, hey, this is what we sound like. Are you interested? Like I've sent emails, I've made phone calls. But the biggest guy I think right now that you need to know for any jazz musician is Austin Brazil, because he kind of has his influence, his spread across all these places like 575, the Horseman, the Oyster. Like those are kind of the big jazz places right now. And knowing Austin and having him know how you play will definitely help. Because like if I don't know somebody, it's going to be kind of hard for me to pull them or ask them or call them for a gig in general, because like I don't know how with them. I don't know how they play, but it's definitely important just just to get out there. Like there's plenty of stuff in town. Like network, come to these gigs, come to these live venues and stuff. And the biggest one right now, I'd say that every young jazz musician here in the area needs to come to is probably the jam sessions that we do monthly. Like it's a little sparse right now with attendance from musicians, but like that is the place to get out there, try, meet new people, make groups. Like as students here, it's pretty good here with students knowing each other and starting groups, but I just like know players, know who's gonna hire for this gig, like just get out there. Honestly, that's kind of the biggest advice I can give.
Perfect.
Get out there and play.
Perfect. When did you realize that performing jazz or just gigging was something you really wanted to try to pursue even more?
I think in high school, definitely that first all region. I'm like, hey, that was pretty. That was pretty fun, because Dr. Barger was actually he was the clinician for the top group at the time, and he got us to play some skunk funk at a, as much as all region high school players could play it, but that was kind of like, dang, this is super awesome. And then later that semester, actually it was the next year, McDonald took us to the Eastern New Mexico University jazz stuff. I know that's kind of a scary name to say over here at WT, but that was like, oh my gosh, jazz is big. And then he took us to Greeley the next year, and it's like, oh my gosh, that was big. And then I went to Team EA at WT or Amarillo College, and that was like, oh my, it's just like they kept getting bigger and bigger of like the stuff that I was seeing. Like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is a whole world. This is just like something I think I want to be a part of. And I kind of loved performing and playing. Because I'm I think I'm good at this. And it just kept being like, I love playing with everybody. It's super fun. It's awesome.
What has been your strangest gig experience you've ever had?
Non-jazz related. We played at a certain place that was having a benefit for like somebody that was like in the community for that area. And we were playing, it was for Sugar Drive, that rock band. Now while we were playing, they like drove motorcycles into the building, and we're just like revving it while we were playing. So it's kind of like,
interesting.
What the heck is happening? Like it just seemed like crazy over the top. But I think most all the jazz. No names, no nothing. It was like a Christmas thing, and I got called, I think probably like an hour before the gig started, asking to fill in, and it was just odd. Like I was under the impression it was gonna be jazz, but there was some jazz, but it was super last second. Like we played some random songs that were like more pop tunes, and there was only three of us. It was the main guy and another guy that played a wind instrument, no names. And then there was like a metal guy in the audience, and he came and started playing drums at some point. Like it was just weird. It was like some charity benefit or toy drive, but
interesting.
I don't know. I didn't know what to think about it. It was kind of odd.
Yeah, that's interesting. I know you mentioned your group a little bit, but I want to get into it a little bit, because we haven't had anyone with a group. So Pocket Break, tell me exactly what this is. Tell me what the end goal of your jazz group is.
Oh, okay. So our group is Pocket Break. I just wanted to pull some of the best young jazz musicians that I could like find. To just make a group to have fun, get out there, gig, have our name out there, and use an opportunity just to play, like have it as an outlet to play, and just enjoy our group as friends. Like I'd say all of us are pretty good friends. And we're all we all love playing with each other. It's definitely just getting out there and having fun.
What have you seen so far after starting this group? What have you seen in the community, community's reaction of seeing almost someone trying to implement a brand new group from the area into the jazz scene here? Because of course we had many groups in past times, of course, but this one seems different to you. This is like a set group with a logo, business cards, and everything, right? So can you tell me what your initial reaction of seeing what the community thinks so far is?
I think it's been pretty positive. Everyone's been pretty open to us. Like when it comes to like vocal jazz, because we sing. Heaven Watts is our singer. She's incredible. There's not a whole lot of like vocal jazz groups. Outside of the older guys, like Esquire and all those cats that are up there. But everyone's been pretty receptive, pretty pretty supportive of us. Like we got a gig sponsored through Emerald College to play over in Wellington Theater, and that was kind of our big first one, and it's super awesome, especially from the older folks that come to these kind of things. They're just like, oh, you young guys playing jazz, I love it so much. But I mean, it feels good, it feels nice. Yeah. And it feels pretty good getting approval from like our own mentors, because this is kind of the stuff that they push us to do. And they're like, yeah man, keep going, like this is super awesome. And the community's been super awesome. We've been trying to grow our presence more and just get out there, but so far everyone's been pretty supportive as they can. Family members, friends, mentors. It's been a cool journey so far. It hasn't been long yet, but
yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited to see where it goes, really. Yeah,
me too.
Who is an artist, dead or alive, that you wish you could perform with?
I'll stray away from a bass player because you can't have two most of the time. I think non-jazz, I love Metallica, so I'll definitely love their music. But jazz-wise or fusion-wise, if I could play at their level, probably Cassiopeia.
Okay.
Some crazy cats, and then probably George Benson. Like I love all the George Benson stuff.
Yeah.
Like his fusion, like Weekend in LA, that album. Ooh. Spicy.
I see, yeah. If you could take the playing ability or the writing ability of any artist ever, who and why would you pick them?
Bass player. I'll go for playing ability. N-Hop, Niels Henning Orsted Pedersen. He's like Scale said, he would have been in the Jocko if Jocko didn't exist, but like on upright. Like he is crazy cracked. Either that or Christian McBride. Like he's insane right now. And then Brian Bromberg, he's one of the more like modern today kind of guys, and it's just crazy. But jazz, probably N-Hop.
I see, yeah. When you're improvising, what exactly is going through your mind?
It's not the best approach, but I'm super like technical. Yeah. Like, okay, these are my chord tones. Like overall, I'm trying to think of like a contour. Like, okay, I'm going to try and get to this note. And in my head, I'm thinking like, there's my target note. What am I going to do to get there?
I see.
Like doing bass line transcriptions and stuff. Like some of my like solos just tend to just be my bass lines, but the rhythm switched up and changed by I think about chord tones. Not the best approach, but sometimes I really just think about my like chord shapes on upright. That kind of holds me back a little bit, but that definitely melodic contour, my chord tones, and I try to emphasize rhythm because bass being super physically demanding, like space-wise, like spatial awareness playing. Like I try to just like think of what's close to what position I'm in.
I see.
Definitely not the super awesome, like I can just shut off my mind and I'm speaking through the music. But the more I am playing, I'm kind of leaning towards that place. Like I can hear like what I want to play, and at times, like without even thinking about it, I can just naturally, like my hands will go and like intuitively play the notes that would match like what I'm thinking in my head.
Interesting.
So I'm starting to get there. Yeah. But it's definitely a long journey. A long journey.
I believe it. That's interesting though. That's awesome. Why do you think jazz and people's emotions have such a close connection to each other?
Definitely the interaction. Like jazz is probably one of the most communicative like genres out there in live music. Because like with our group, like I love my drummer, and like Ethan Spears, and then Brett Ramirez, he plays keys. The amount of times and my little brother Jeremiah, because he's in that group as well. The amount of times we're soloing or improvising, and like somebody plays something nice, and we're like, kind of look at each other like, hey, that was kind of nice. I think just the satisfaction of playing something that's like, ooh, that was kind of sweet. It sounded pretty sweet. And then just building off of each other. Like, I mean, it is pretty much like a conversation, like you're talking to each other through music.
Of course.
If, Key's over here playing something, it's like, oh yeah, I'm playing this. And then Ethan's over here on drums like, oh, I'm going to copy that. You're saying this. Then it kind of comes back and forth like, oh, we're all saying this back to each other. Definitely lots of just interacting within the musicians. And when you get a group that's kind of super awesome and solid and stuff just sounds good, then it's going to be good to the audience as well. Like, oh, that's kind of nice up there. And then up there, it's like, oh, we're kind of nice up here. Definitely lots of the interaction. It's super fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, I get it. What is one of your favorite memories relating to jazz?
I've had quite a few to choose from. So obviously, like when we first to Eastern New Mexico for that jazz stuff, that was like the big, oh my gosh, jazz.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we went to the Greeley Jazz Festival next year. I was like, oh my gosh, even more jazz.
Yeah.
But the biggest stuff definitely was when I started college. AC, we got to go down to Team EA, and it was like pretty much covered. And I credit that to kind of being where I'm at right now, is going to Team EA and just seeing the whole world. But that year they had the Jazz Ambassadors.
Oh, yeah.
Playing, and they had Wycliffe Gordon up there playing his little pea shooter. Going,
yeah.
That's probably the best jazz band I think I've ever seen, and that was just like mind blowing.
Yeah.
It was intense. It was loud. It was big. It was just awesome. And then that same semester later, we got to go to Greeley with Amarillo College, and they had a group. His name was Pedrito Martinez. He's a Cuban percussionist, and he sings and stuff. And as they were doing their concert, some like kids were like conga lining down in the audience.
Yeah.
And he's like, get up on stage. What are y'all doing? So they got up on stage, and then just almost the entire crowd was up on stage by the end of it. Me being kind of shy, I just kind of watched from the balcony. Like, hey, that's pretty cool down there. We have all these people. All these people are just dancing at this performance on stage with them. And it was just like, I mean, definitely community. Super fun. And this year, actually, Team EA, they had Kenny Barron playing at one of the local civic centers that was right there. And it was free. So like, okay, we're here at Team EA, let's go down there. And that was just, as a trio, that blew my mind. That was probably some of the best, just like emotional playing I think I've ever heard.
Yeah, no,
those are definitely the biggest, like, whoo.
Yeah, that sounds
me
awesome.
Not playing, but listening.
That sounds awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. How has jazz affected your life?
Oh my gosh, definitely quite the purpose. That's given me quite a lot of purpose. Definitely a lot of drive to keep going, because like I love playing his music, and it's just something that keeps me going. There's a lot of career opportunities. There's a lot of opportunities just to meet new people. A lot of opportunities to just do new things in life. Yeah. It's like I love music. There's a passion that I want to share with others. Like when I'm performing, I'm sharing. When I'm teaching with others, I'm sharing it. It's just, I mean, I don't know. I think all of us can talk about how much we love music, but it's real. Music is for everyone, and I'll die on the hill for that, but it is for everyone. And whatever I can do to share it, I mean, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Well, talking about sharing music, why do you think it's important to listen to live music when you can?
Supporting. Like it is a community. Just supporting others in your community, and it's definitely inspiring. Like seeing all those big live performances inspired me to just be a better musician and just strive for pushing myself, becoming a better person, music in and out. But it's, support and just like growing. And there's also networking, like we talked about earlier. Seeing all the live music, you network, you meet these people. And like our jam session, that's live music. You come, the only thing you have to lose is losing out on experience if you don't go.
Yeah.
Like,
of course.
Be there, support it. It is a community here, especially here in the Panhandle. So just going and supporting and just becoming a part of, the community.
Yeah. How do you feel about the direction that jazz is currently going in, especially in our area?
It's awesome. Like, jazz has been here for quite a long time. You can thank Dr. Laughlin for a big portion of that. But it's here. I think, like right now, there's more opportunities to play. Like, there's more venues that are opening up to it, to kind of having like a standard thing each week. Like the Esquire Jazz Club was a big one, but it's like I only got to watch videos and live streams during COVID, but it shut down before we were old enough to go in there. But I definitely love where I think it's kind of becoming a little more like its hand is spreading more in like popular music and stuff. Like Levy's a big one, definitely like jazz influenced. There's stuff like I know you've talked about like Kendrick Lamar, like Ain't Free, To Pimp a Butterfly. There's lots of jazz stuff on there. Like I'm hoping the horn section makes a comeback in like popular music. Like thinking about like Earth, Wind and Fire. The second horns started leaving, music was like, it's going down.
Yeah.
But like where it's going, I'm seeing a lot more younger folks that don't play at a lot of these gigs and stuff. And it's like, It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's awesome. What challenges do jazz musicians face today that older generations didn't have to deal with?
I don't know. I definitely feel like we're pretty blessed with some of the stuff that we have. Like I think maybe because I've just been in it for a good while now, having all the mentors that we have. I think the fact that jazz is not as big and mainstream as and it being the music these days makes it a little harder to get into. It's definitely smaller, but it is out there if you look for it.
I see. Yeah.
But it's just not. It probably will never be to the level that it was. This is the dance music at every club you're gonna go to. Definitely, probably just getting to hear it more. But I do think it is easier to network and stuff. We're blessed with stuff like that. Technology too. I can go out and buy a real book at halleonard.com or something, or iReal Pro. I'd say we're blessed in a lot of more ways than we are.
I see.
Disadvantaged.
I see. Yeah. What is the best advice you have gotten relating to music?
There was one time at Greeley that same year they had I think it was the same year, Pedrito Martinez.
Yeah.
Sheila Jordan, jazz singer, also did a concert there. And Ethan and Spears went to one of her clinics, and she said, if you are a musician and you want to make it, get a second job. that's probably I've just been working outside of gigging too, just have a second job. Definitely the funniest I've had, but probably the biggest I've had is serve the music, and you're not above any of the music that you're playing. Even if there's stuff they're oh, I kind of don't want to play it. Us as younger guys, we can't afford to say no to a lot of these gigs.
Yeah.
We can't say no to opportunities if obviously there's something coming up you can't make it. But if you're saying no to stuff and are turning down opportunities to play for yourself and others, you're shorting yourself of experience and opportunities.
I see.
And with Bartley, he shared a video. I don't know if you remember it. It was talking about how music is a container of expression. I don't know if you remember that one.
I don't think I do.
But it's people aren't going to remember every note you played. They're not going to play that. They're not going to remember that you messed up on this measure or that whatever. They're going to remember how you made them feel while you were playing. It's a container of expression. They'll remember how they felt during these performances and just how you made them feel.
Yeah.
It's how can I serve the music? I'm never above any music. And how can I make people feel?
I see. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Besides music, what else inspires you?
My family.
Yeah.
Ooh, they've always been super supportive of music. My little brother and I know music's not the most well known for, making money out there, but definitely just the support of the family, all the mentors I've had, and just the community.
I see. Yeah. Well, sadly, we're coming to the end of the show, and I have one more question for you. What advice do you have for upcoming jazz musicians?
Okay, this might be a little heated right here, but for all the young jazz musicians out there, love big band, appreciate big band, but you gotta get some combo work in. 99.9% of your gigs are gonna come from being familiar with the combo stuff and working on combo music. If you're not familiar with all, just some basic standards, it's gonna be harder for you to get called for a gig. Get close with other guys that do play your instrument. Figure out, especially some people that gig a lot, learn what they learn. Because if you got some guys that, I can't make this gig, and you've been working and you've done the work and you're familiar with all this stuff, you're gonna get a call from them hey, I can't make it, but this other guy that I know, he can fill in for me. He's really great. But definitely, love big band. That's probably not where your gigs are gonna come from. Learn your standards, learn your tunes, learn how to play your role. Bass players, learn to walk. Comping instruments, learn to comp.
Yep.
Especially your wind instruments, your learn to solo and be familiar with the changes in the tunes. Be able to just fit in with a random group if you're plucked from this area, and then hey, fill in over here. Get to the point where you can be confident enough to do the sort of things. This Sunday, we've got our jazz jam at the 806, 9 to 11. If you're a young jazz musician and you really want to do it, you need to be there. You need to be there. You need to be familiar with all the combo stuff. A little hot, but
No, it's awesome.
That's
it's
my
perfect.
That's my words
It's
right
perfect.
now.
It's perfect. Yeah. And then this next little segment I like to give to all my special guests, kind of just let them promote anything, shout out anyone that needs a shout out. So go ahead. The moment is yours.
Shout out to my family. Thanks for your support. Mom and dad, love you. Shout out to all my mentors, all the people at AC, and any music educator I've had that has been there for me. Shout out our group Pocket Break. Follow us on Instagram at pocket.break, facebook.com/pocketbreakband. The Jazz Jam on Sunday. Be there. 806 Coffee and Lounge, 9 to 11. And we also have a gig with Austin. It's going to be Austin, Brett Ramirez, and Ethan Spears. We'll be at 575 Pizzeria Monday night. So keep an eye out for that. And just shout out to everybody that has been there to support me in my music career. I know I haven't always been the best student, but thanks for holding on for me. Thanks for supporting me.
There we go. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. And the last thing, I like to ask all my guests to recommend one song to be added on the playlist forever. What song would you like to recommend today?
Cool. Opening track off of Solar Energy from Ray Brown Trio. Teach Me Tonight. That is some swinging stuff.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah. Well, once again, thank you, David, for coming on to the show. It was an honor having you. I think it was long overdue, really. Long overdue, but incredible interview, I must say. But yeah. Once again, thank you for coming on. And then, of course, thank you everybody for tuning in. Make sure to catch us on Instagram to see what pose he picked for the Polaroid picture. You don't want to miss that. But anyways, thank you everyone for tuning in to Jazz Talk, where I interview local jazz musicians. Catch us in a little bit. We'll be right back.